Hey everybody, here for Stevie J and Joseline, season 1, episode 4. Go ahead and say hi. You keep poking your big old head in the camera. So yeah, stop. So yeah, it started off with Joseline meeting up with Renata. What, girl? So how about you sit down somewhere? Yeah. It started off with Joseline meeting up with Renata, who I think was her either her booking agent, her publicist, somebody. So they were discussing a family friendly festival. It's a Puerto Rican festival that Renata thought that she would be good to do because Joseline is Puerto Rican. She's the Puerto Rican princess. So Renata is telling her, but if you perform here, you cannot do any vulgarity, any the stuff that you do in your usual shows you can't do. So Jocelyn is like, well, you do know the type of music that I do. Every other word is gonna be bleep, bleep, kitty, cootie cat, bleep, bitch this, bitch ho. And she like, yeah, well, you might want to censor it for this show. So, what else happened? Uh, so after her meeting, she's basically trying to, push herself to actually do a show like this because it's something outside of her comfort zone. And I mean, we seeing a lot of that with Jocelyn and Stevie on this show. Like they're both being pushed out of their comfort zone and whatnot. So Stevie, his son, and Savannah, they're playing basketball or whatnot, and they're discussing Jocelyn. Stevie Jr. says she crazy. Savannah says she crazy. And Stevie Jr. basically asked his father like a good solid question. He's like, listen, if I dated a chick like Jocelyn, would you approve? And he's like, well, everybody needs a little spice in their life here and now, here and then. And Savannah's like, yeah, but too much spice is just, it can destroy you. So I mean, I get where his kids are coming from, and I'm glad that they have their input on their dad and their marriage and whatnot. And it's always good to hear outsiders' opinions on your relationship sometimes. Like it's, therapeutic sometimes. So, Stevie and Jocelyn are discussing everything that Jocelyn is doing, and Jocelyn is like, yeah, I get that out your mouth. She's like, yeah, I booked this festival, this family friendly festival, but here's the kicker. They don't, I have to perform in front of kids and family, so I can't do my usual what I do. And he's like, well, if you want to do a little bit of like image control, you could speak to Lorianne Gibson. She's good with that type of stuff. So Jocelyn had shade for days on Lorianne Gibson this whole episode. She was basically calling Lorianne Gibson like a has been, washed up, just all kinds of things. And she's like, well, wasn't Lorianne Gibson trying to break into the industry herself with her old ass or something like that? And I'm like, Jocelyn, Lorianne Gibson may be older than you, but she is seasoned in this industry more than you are, so you might just want to take that advice and meet with her. So she meets up with Lorianne Gibson, had shade the whole time, basically saying, like, and she threw shade when she was talking to Lorianne Gibson. She was like, she was like, yeah, I'm glad I'm getting advice from you because I know that, I just want to thank you for all that you gave to this industry. And Lorianne had to correct her and said, still giving. Like, don't forget. And then Jocelyn said, the whole time I'm sitting there listening to her speak, I'm thinking to myself, I know she want to break into this industry. You need some help. I'm like, Jocelyn, I can't. Like, okay, Jocelyn, you being a little bit, you need to humble yourself, sweetheart, because you're not on the level that Lorianne Gibson is on. Like, Lorianne Gibson's worked with Janet Jackson. She's worked with, give me the remote. Give it to me. She's worked with, Diddy. She's worked with all these people who have, valid, like, validity in the industry. So you might want to just hush and humble yourself. So Lorianne is basically telling her, bring down, if you do shows like this might be shows that you have to decline on. But if you do shows like this, you got to clean up your act. You got to do something family friendly or else they will shut you down. So that was something for her to think about. So Stevie and his kids are there, all of them minus Eva. And they're waiting for his other son, Dorian, to come. Now, Dorian arrives. All of Stevie's kids look exactly like him. They have his facial features, especially his sons. Dorian and Stevie Jr. look just like him. And then this is the first time he was meeting his grandson, and his grandson's name is Zion. Too cute, too adorable. So, they're all excited to see Zion and whatnot. Stevie is like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the flyest grandpa of them all? And, Savannah like, not you. But, it's good to see this side of Stevie. Like, this is the Stevie I like to see. He's chill, he's family oriented, he's funnier. So, it was good seeing that he was excited about seeing his kids and hanging out with them. And, he's taking this chance with his kids because he wasn't really there for them while they were growing up. He's taking his second chance and he's really, putting it to you. Kudos to you, Stevie. Kudos to you. So Joseline is not performing, but she's practicing at a dance studio with dancers and whatnot. And I guess they're just trying to see how they could clean up the dancing and whatnot that they usually do in the shows. And they're still doing stripper moves and all of that. And she's like, yeah, we got to clean this up because we can't do this in the show since it's going to be families and all of that there. So Joseline busting out in splits and they doing all, and I'm like, Joseline, you got a long way to go, boo. So then Stevie comes to the festival to show his support for Joseline, and Lorianne is like, well, what's gonna happen if she can't, show and prove for the show? And he's like, I mean, I don't know. Like, this is something she booked for herself. She wanted me to see how she could do without me, so I'm just here to support. So Lorianne is like, do you think you've created your own monster? He was like, yeah, I'm Dr. Frankenstein. I basically created my own monster because now Joseline is just, she doing her own thing. So they were about to start the performance, and I heard the intro to La Negra, let me say that, start. First of all, let me say this. Out of all the songs that Joseline did, for whatever reason, La Negra is my favorite song. I guess it's the beat. I don't know. But I was pissed off at her for dressing up like Selena. Because she kind of sluttied up that outfit that Selena was wearing. And Selena did not look like a slut in that outfit. Selena looked very classy in that outfit. I didn't like the fact that Joseline was dressed like her. I mean, I know she was probably trying to pay homage or whatever, but I didn't like the outfit on her. Because it looked thottish on her. But that's neither here nor there. I like the song La Negra. I hate how much I like the song, but I like it. Damn it, what can I do? And then she got Stingy with My Cootie Cat. I'm not gonna lie, I like that song too. But the video is just all the way. I mean, the song is ratchet too, but the video is even more ratchet. But anyway, you hear the intro to La Negra playing, and then something happened, and she's like, wait, hold up, and then it cuts off there. So I guess next episode we see whether she goes through with the festival and she cleaned up her act, or if the show was just a complete disaster. But that was Stevie J and Joseline, episode 4. I just was dying at all the shade she was throwing at Lorianne Gibson. I'm like, she need to leave that girl alone. Lorianne, like, Joseline be sitting up here talking about people, and it's like, you can't burn your bridges, girl, because they gonna air this later on, and Lorianne probably watching it. You burning bridges talking about people like that, because there's so many connects you can have, especially with Lorianne Gibson. All these connections, and you talking about her like that. I'm like, Joseline, you need to get it together and humble yourself, sweetie. But that was episode 4. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.